my absolute
Hello.
weakness.
Hello, Iris. Person I don't know. LootVT. Hello, person I don't know at all.
Oh wow, this is the first time I ever met up with Pinch Raccoon in a
Hello.
one-on-one competition.
Welcome,
never.
everyone! Welcome to a brand new game show, brand new concept for the Postmodern Art Podcast. Welcome to Google Trendy, the game show where we see just how long Google will let me call this Google Trendy while using Google before they send a cease and desist for me not to use Google anymore. Welcome back to the fun concept that is totally not mine, where two competitors go head to head to see who's keeping up with the trends. Let's get started and meet today's guest. First, she is a culinary artist and a variety VTuber, formerly a poison frog, but now a merchant spider. Welcome to Google Trendy, LootVT!
Oh my goodness, hello everybody, I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you too. And who will you be competing against today? Well, they are a VTubing raccoon stealing hearts and arts, as well as a game show host of their own accord. Live from their bunker, Pinch Raccoon!
Hello. It's weird being on the other end, isn't it?
It really
It's really
is.
early. I'm not usually a contestant.
Well, I'm glad you guys were the guinea pigs for this time around, because if nothing else, I felt like you two would be the perfect contestants for today, because when this episode released, it'll be Valentine's Day. So I figured it would be the best to get you two lovebirds into the same room and go after each other's throats for competition.
Yeah, you know it. We do that every day anyway, regardless. It's not scored.
Yeah.
I love that enthusiasm. All right.
So we're very well acquainted with this.
Well, I know I just explained to you guys what this game is, but, for the people at home and to refresh you guys once again, let's figure out how the game works, shall we? I will give you both a prompt at the beginning of the round, and you guys will think of terms that people would search for on Google. I'll type in the terms, and Google will present a graph of normalized data on a scale of 0 to 100 of how many times people have searched that term over a period of time. It's all sorts of schematics and analytics and stuff that I have no idea what's going on. All I just know is that it gives me a simple system of 0 to 100. I can make points together, and you guys can win somehow. The highest peak of the points that you earn for that, or the highest peaks along that graph, is the points that you earn for that round, which again, you can earn up to 100 points each round. And whoever has the most points by the end of the 5 rounds wins the game. To give the people at home an idea of what we're talking about, let's do a little, refresher or anything, or at least let's figure out who's going first with this fun little refresher. Now, I don't know why, I just came up with this idea as I was on my way home from work, but I decided for a fun thing. Loot, real quickly, help me out here. What do you think is the most searched fruit on Google?
Fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I
know it's oddly specific. Banana. Okay. I know it's oddly specific, but I don't know why. That just came to my head. But we'll search up banana. Search term for that one. Let's see. It's a good thing that I'm here, because I can set this to the past 30 days. So we can get a good idea. Okay, so you already got some stiff competition with a good couple 100s right there. But let's see if Pinch can think of a better fruit that people are going to be searching for on Google. Pinch, what is a fruit you think that people are searching for on Google?
Orange.
Orange. Ooh. I think this could be some stiff competition.
It's a double search term. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what?
I do have a reason for why I picked banana.
Well, before I seal your fate, why did you pick banana?
And why did you pick banana? Orange, you glad?
Oh my fucking god!
Sorry, go on.
So I picked it because I imagine people would look up, is a banana a fruit?
Oh,
that's a good idea. That's a good point.
Well, let's see if that's good enough to get you the opportunity to go first. Because obviously, I will say right now, these points do not count for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
This is just to figure out who's going first. So let's see.
This is my one. This is it.
We'll see about that. 3, 2, 1. Orange. How is it going? Oh, I'm sorry to say that, but I think Orange.
Let's go.
Orange gets the win overwhelmingly. That's honestly a smart strategy right there, more than anything else. Thinking about Orange in both the actual fruit itself and the color. I didn't even think of that. That is smart. Good on you, Pinch.
Let's go, baby! Yeah, that's what we're fucking talking about.
Now, if this was to be included as part of the scores or whatnot, Pinch would get an easy 100. Meanwhile, Loot, judging by the graph, I think your highest peak would be... It looks to be 32. So you would have gotten 32 points, which, kind of small, but in the grand scheme of things, you can always bounce back with different terms, different prompts later on. We'll just have to see how this game turns out more than anything else, which I have high hopes for both of you. And for both of you, good luck, because for this next one, as I reiterated, this episode's premiering on Valentine's Day. So I figured, for the first term, Pinch, I need you to tell me, when you think of Valentine's Day, what do you think is the first thing people are searching for based on Valentine's Day? Now, it could be obviously it's not Valentine's Day itself. I'm not searching that up. But, what do you associate with Valentine's Day? What are the things that people think when it comes to Valentine's Day? What do you think is the most searched one?
Post, can you do me a favor really fast? Can you pick a number 1 or 2?
Ooh,
God.
I don't know.
Let's pick a number.
I don't know if this is a lot.
Just...
I'm gonna go with 2.
Okay. Gift ideas.
Gift ideas. Okay. Interesting. Gift idea. That's a smart term, because obviously a lot of people. Why was that the term that you wanted to go with? Other than the fact that I picked it.
So I was. Well, I'll at least let the question finish before I say the other one. But I imagine there's a lot of clueless dudes out there who have no fucking clue what to get their partners on Valentine's Day. So I would imagine that there's some people who look up gift guides for Valentine's Day, because it's also like, what exactly do you do as like the etiquette for gifts on Valentine's Day? There's a different etiquette to it compared to other holidays. So I would imagine that like it's a hard thing to shop for, kind of. So I think that Google would be consulted frequently for that.
I think that's honestly a good way of looking at it. Although I just want to take it aside real quickly before I click on the term. I love how the terms that are prompting me to get is Big Panda and Tiny Dragon.
Where are these coming from?
Galaxy Star projector for the bedroom, and Talk Santa to me.
I guess those are the gift ideas.
I guess so. But we'll go ahead and put in that term so you have a rough idea. Ooh, well, I mean, compared to banana, that makes sense. But
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see.
So with that in mind, Loot, what do you think? Whenever you think of Valentine's Day, what do you think is the most searched thing when it comes to association with Valentine's Day?
So I can't include the word Valentine, right?
You can't include the word Valentine, no.
Okay, just chocolate then.
Just chocolate?
That was my other one.
That was your other one?
I was sitting here praying that you wouldn't pick this one, because I think this one's way more searched on like more levels than just Valentine's Day.
Oh, well, yeah, actually. I fed that. I did.
Is it make me the bad guy here? The fact that I was the one that picked 2 instead of 1 in that case?
Yeah, I left it up to you. I could have made the choice myself.
You could have.
I made the choice to gamble.
Well, so, let's see if your gamble worked out. Let's see if chocolate. Let's see what it gives you. Oh yeah, chocolate destroyed it. Chocolate destroyed the
even more than banana.
Yeah, even more.
So how are you going to find the peak?
Well, that's why I go along this slow graph right here, and I see that we got a bunch of single digits numbers. I'm seeing 5 being the peak.
I got 5.
Yeah, I was looking to see if we got any single 6s. No, it's just all 5s across the board. So with that, for this first round,
that's how it goes.
Loot, you get a fantastic 100 points right there, and Pinch, you get a solid 5.
Wait, because what if I should have just put in like gift? as opposed to gift ideas, because like chocolate is also included in like chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, chocolate XYZ. Everything that has the term chocolate in it would be included. So then if by narrowing the search by making two different disparate words that make different ideas, it then became much harder to compete.
Well, let's see if gift would change it up a little bit. Let's see if it does. Oh yeah.
I'm sussing out your show. I'm figuring this shit out.
You know what? Good. At least you know how to play the game as we go on. You're metagaming. Hey, you know what? Whatever works. But you know, at least you're getting an idea, and you have an idea what to think of for future rounds.
And you got to take an L to get a big win. All right, that's just how this works. So that's my L. I'm gonna win every other round.
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you from all the way up here.
Well, while I let Pinch wallow down there for a little bit, let me talk to Loot real quickly. Loot, tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you said at the beginning of the show, I was once known as a poison dart frog, but now I'm transformed into the amazing spider merchant wizard Loot. I sell shit for currency.
You do sell shit for currency. Would you say that this is a long-form metaphor for the transgender experience as a whole? No, I'm joking. You don't have to answer that.
I mean, yes. That's, we talked about it in a... Am I allowed to talk about it? It's not up yet, I don't think.
Well, by the time this episode comes out, the episode would be out. So
yes. Okay, huge. Okay, I have talked about it on the Postmodern Art Podcast. By post of Postmodern Art Podcast.
Which you guys, if you haven't listened to, you definitely should check out that episode right now. Link to that will be in the description below.
I believe I mentioned that VTubing was like a big inspiration for me to like explore being transgender and get into my own skin. So I would say yes, actually.
Well, it's good to know that's a further extension of your kind of life experience as a whole. That's really cool. But obviously, also a major part of your life. And one of the things I really honed in on in our conversation that I didn't even intend on it was the culinary arts aspect more than anything else. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't really led on people more about like the culinary arts aspect when it comes to you as a whole.
It's when you work it all the time, it's like I don't want to come home and talk about this all day. Like I was actually last night we were watching a cooking channel, like somebody just cooking casually, and the entire time I was just like gripping my desk because they were doing things wrong compared to what I would do at a kitchen.
Okay. So now I have to dig just a little bit, just out of curiosity. What is your biggest pet peeve when it comes to other culinary artists out there?
It in recent years has become more of a pet peeve. It is really easy, apparently, to cut bell peppers wrong.
Oh, okay. Go on, elaborate.
The only way that you should ever cut bell peppers ever is cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and then gut the insides. And then don't throw away the top and the bottom. You cut around the edges of the stem and the little butt at the bottom, and you can get so much more pepper. You would waste it if you do it any other way.
I never realized that I was doing it wrong after all this time. Okay.
Well, now you do.
Now I do. Now I know. Well, I'm glad that we got to elaborate a little bit more on your culinary skills, because I think that might give you a big advantage when it comes to this next round. Yes, you see how I'm weaving this together like a wonderful web?
I don't know. I used my culinary skills with the banana question, and it didn't do me any justice.
Hey, you got chocolate, though.
You did get chocolate,
I suppose.
That's food.
Well, for this next one, luckily, I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you, because for this, it's going to be at least 2 words that you're going to be searching for this one. So, obviously, as a culinary expert yourself, you've got to experience, witness, and sort of test out many different kinds of food, many different cultures, many different experiences and such. So, I'm genuinely curious, when it comes to Google, well, actually, Pinch will be going first for this one, because obviously, lesser points to the last round. No,
I was like, wow, everything's stacked for me. Oh my God.
Well, not just yet. We'll see what Pinch can give to you. But for this next round, I want you guys to give me a type of food. And when I mean type of food, I mean a cultural type of food. You know, like for example, one of the ones you guys might probably not be using is like Argentinian food, or maybe Albanian food, or Turkish food. You know, different kinds of things. People are going to be searching into Google when it comes to different kinds of cultural experiences when it comes to food. So Pinch, after a impressive performance the first round, what do you think is the most searched type of food on Google?
Wait, okay, so like I am supposed to answer
Yeah, you're supposed to answer blank food. Like I'm gonna put both
blank
those.
food. Okay.
Yeah, so like whatever the culture is, and then food, because I'm putting both of those words in there.
Okay, well, maybe the easiest shit ever, Chinese food.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Hey,
Chinese
good luck.
food.
Ah,
Okay, so we got the good Chinese food. Oh, wow. Well, obviously compared to chocolate, it's still very low.
Chocolate.
yeah. 'Tis the season right now.
Is there a reason why you wanted to go with Chinese, or is that too big of a redundant question to ask?
Well, I mean, people search it a lot. There's Chinese food places everywhere. There's a lot of people who don't know their local Chinese food place by name. So they just look up Chinese food and then click on the first result in Google, then go to the website from there or call them from there. So, from a very practical standpoint, I think that like people are trying to contact their Chinese food sources locally.
Like to hope
Their contacts.
Yeah, that's how I think they're gonna do it. 'Cause I don't know anyone, or maybe I'm just weird, but I don't know anyone who like puts restaurants in their contacts. I know some people who might do it. Like it makes sense that you might if you go somewhere all the time. But like for me, like I'll always just look it up on Google.
I mean, yeah, if it's like a frequent thing, I can see it. But like, you know,
Yeah.
if it's just like, let's see what's open, let's see what's available, let's see what's cheap,
Although-
then yeah, it makes sense.
Maybe DoorDash has like lowered the amount of this like
Maybe.
use.
Well,
Like maybe like. I guess we'll have to see.
we'll certainly have to see after Loot gives her answer. Loot, tell me, what kind of food, what type of food do you think is the most searched on Google?
Uh, I honestly think it is Chinese, but obviously I can't answer the same.
Right.
So I think I have to go with what I think would be the second most searched, which is Thai food.
Ooh.
I thought of doing Thai food for a minute. I did.
Thai. Okay. Now riddle me this. Obviously, what makes you think that as like the second most searched?
Kind of to bounce off of what Pinch said in terms of DoorDash, I think that like anything that would have benefited from like delivery services, it would be foods outside of Chinese food, and like there's a ton of Thai places all around the world that a lot of people just got to experience because of the driving apps and stuff. So that's my 2 cents, my culinary take.
Well, let's see if your culinary take gets you the culinary advantage in today's question. Nope.
Oh,
It's not as bad as you think. It's not the first round, which is chocolate versus gift ideas, but obviously Pinch gets the solid 100 for that one, keeping this game competitive. Meanwhile, Lutz, you get a nice, let's see, there's a 25 there, 24. I think it's going to be, unless there's one, 26. You get 26 points for that round. So there we
okay.
go. If nothing, like I said before, it certainly keeps things interesting more than anything else.
Oh yeah.
It's still anyone's game at this point.
I am really curious. Could you put in Italian food while
Yeah. Actually, I do want to know that.
Because I was going to be honest, if it was me playing this round and Chinese food was obviously taken first, I would have gone with like either Italian or French food. So let's see if Italian helps you out in this case. No, it's still down there. It's
like
still...
you put like Indian food real quick.
Oh, Indian food. That's another good.
Because I feel like the Thai angle is good because like there's a lot of specialty places and like Thai food and Indian food are the types that like do that. I just want to see if it's like around the same level as Thai food. About.
Oh yeah, it's about the same. It's about the
Okay.
same. Judging by the different peaks, I mean, obviously, you know, I mean, based on the three, if you were to pick, if I was to eliminate Chinese food from the equation or whatnot, then it would have been a much closer competition. But
oh yeah.
that's kind of or nearsightedness on my part, right? Either way, congratulations, Pinch. You got yourself that good little victory and making yourself a lot closer to a crushing victory for the rest of the game. Which I'm glad you're the winner for that round, because that leads me to my next question, Pinch. After that fantastic turnaround of a round, Pinch, tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Pinch. I'm a raccoon and an art thief, and a lot of other things. But above all else, I'm a VTuber and an artist, as in the pretentious way of saying artist, where it's like, oh, I make art, not necessarily pictures. I also do that, but like, you know what, you get what I'm getting at.
I get what you're getting at.
Anyway, I have a strong focus on like lore content, and I like making stuff, and it brings me a lot of joy to make stuff, and that's my bit. That's my whole thing.
I mean, to be fair, when it comes to the art aspect, I think you've really been able to flex that within the past, like, really couple months or so when it comes to some of the storytelling aspects you've been really introducing with some of your streams. Like,
I've been very happy about
the little adventures that you've been including, like taking Manhattan or taking Egypt and such. It's a really good job really showcasing that artwork.
Yeah, last we spoke on your channel, come to think of it, it was actually like a few days before I started my seasonal content, wasn't it?
Right, it was. It was right before that. Which, by the way, if you guys have not checked out that conversation will also be linked in the description below. Go check it out. It was a fun chat. Also a relatively long one, but that doesn't make it a bad conversation.
No, it was a good time. We talked about a great deal of things.
We did. Stuff that might pop up in later. Just saying. Anyways, but I will say, like, as cool as the content is that you're doing, especially with some of the art stuff or whatnot, another thing that I've commended you on beforehand is, being an incredible game show host as well with OST. I like how you said in the beginning that it's weird for you being in the contestant chair this time around, because I'm gonna be honest, even as a host, it's weird for me to be hosting this thing.
So I'm used to being the contestant. So.
Well, I mean, how have you been enjoying your contestant experience so far?
It's been fun. It's much more casual. It's much easier than being the host. So,
I know, right?
I hope you're taking this in stride.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely taking this in stride, and I think you should be taking it in stride when it comes to this next question.
Absolutely. What do you got?
All right. Well, speaking on the topic of game shows more than anything else, that's what actually is going to lead us into our next prompt, if I may. Now, like I said, Pinch, you're a prominent Twitch, game show host yourself. Iris, I know you've recently been really on a game show arc yourself, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So I think this will work perfectly for both of you guys. Obviously, any game show would be absolutely incredible, but I think what truly makes an incredible game show is an incredible host. So for this next prompt, Loot, I'm going to need you to name me what you think Google is going to be searching for when it comes to game show hosts. Who do you think is the most searched game show host? However, I am going to put some parameters on this one, because obviously there are some obvious answers with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take at least the top 4 answers that I think is going to be up there. You can't,
4?
Yes, because you can't look up Alex Trebek, you can't look up Bob Barker, you can't look up Steve Harvey, and you can't look up Pat Sajak. Past that, you can look up any game show host that has been hosted a game show at one point or another. Because I knew the instant, at least with those top 2, but especially the other 2. You search those up; those are going to be the instant 100s more than anything else. So I had to make it a little bit interesting.
Okay, so I'm really bad with names. Am I allowed to use Google itself to find the names of the people I'm thinking of?
This is a first time on here having to use Google to figure out. You know what? Can you at least name me the game show that you're thinking of? Because I might be able to help you out.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like full mind blank right now. Hold on. Okay, so I am thinking of Family Feud.
Okay.
But he's
Well,
a
obviously, I've already eliminated Steve Harvey, so you can't use that one.
yeah. The guy I'm thinking of is way too old though. He's not going to be searched up. But he was in a Germa clip.
Yeah.
He was like a short, chubby guy. Um, he had like a weird, like side swept hair. I don't know if his hair was real. It was like kind of like a toupee almost. And he starred in a Family Feud video game that Germa played.
Okay, that actually helps limit it down a little bit. You know what? I'll take the hit on this one because I know who you're referencing to, but I don't know a name. So I'm gonna look up just Family. This is the first time, folks. Work with me here.
We're changing the rules of the game.
And you said that he was part of the Family Feud video game, correct?
Yeah, it was an older one.
You said kind of chubby or whatnot?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna break rules here. I'm gonna break rules here.
Oh.
So for those who don't know, I decided to do a quick little GIF search, not Google search. But the conclusion that we came to is a wonderful person by the name of Louis Anderson. Louis Anderson. That will be your term for this one. There you go. We'll go ahead and put that down.
It's probably not going to be Pinches because this is the first name that came to mind, and I know nobody else at all. So,
well, see, Post eliminated most of my options.
I only eliminated 4 people. There have been hundreds of game shows and hundreds of hosts.
Sure, yeah. What counts as a game show?
Well, you tell me the game. You tell me the show, and I'll let you know if I count it as a game show.
Because I'm pretty sure Jimmy Fallon has hosted at least one thing that was a game show, but I can't remember exactly what. But I'm gonna be a little bit more reasonable, perhaps, in my ask here. I forget his name. The guy from Survivor, like the host of Survivor.
Jeff Probst or whatever.
Jeff Probst. Yeah, that's him.
That's the one. That's the one you're going with. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. There it is, Jeff Probst, trainer and film producer. All right. Let's see which one gets you guys the win.
Come on, Germa.
Oh
no!
Cleanly.
So
Germa, you let me down.
Why did both of them spike on January 7th? Wait, what the fuck?
I have no idea.
That's weird. That's peculiar.
That is very odd and very peculiar. But to be fair, I will say I did at least want to give Iris some credit because Louis Anderson is actually a very prominent name past hosting Family Feud. Like he was a legendary comedian more than anything else.
He's a big deal of a guy, if I remember correctly. He's just not a big deal of a guy in the last month of Google search.
Exactly. But I mean, regardless, this spike really gave you guys like the benefit more than anything else because that's where both of y'all are gonna have your fantastic points for this round. With Pinch securing another solid 100.
Go.
With Iris getting a solid 39, believe it or not. Now,
Tugs on collar.
Now, I'm going to bet that I can blow your guys' answer right out of the water. Because I know of a host that is at the top 4 that probably has got searched a lot more. You ready for this? You ready for this?
Okay.
Alec Baldwin.
Wait, what has he hosted?
Yeah, look at that.
Holy shit! Wait, you know what I could have said Donald Trump for the Celebrity Apprentice.
I don't think I would have counted that one because that one's like
that's a game show.
I count that more as like if
Survivor is a game show.
Yeah, you know what? I did allow Survivor, so yeah.
Throw him up there. Throw him up. I want to see it.
Oh god, Donald Trump's gonna blow him out of the water.
Yeah, rip Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Sub one.
Someone.
Crazy.
I'm gonna remove that one. Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. If only. If only. If only I thought of him.
And to answer your question, Alec Baldwin hosted. I forget what exactly he hosted. I want to say it's like the $100,000 Pyramid. It is a recent game show. It's a newer game.
Oh, Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
Also been big.
Hold on a second. Let me look this up. Let's see how well Howie.
Now I'm thinking of all these answers. I'm like,
Who's the guy who hosted X or whatever it was called?
Oh, Howie Mandel.
Okay.
Well, let me take Alec Baldwin out of the
yeah, I
equation.
can't really see.
Okay, Howie Mandel still. I mean, you got the win for that one, regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he peaks higher than Jeff Probst though.
Marginally by 5 points.
Would Simon Cowell count? Because he's
That's what I was thinking of, Simon Cowell.
That's a judge, not
he's
a
a
host.
judge.
Yeah, he's a judge.
That's fair.
And Howie Mandel only counts not only because he's on America's Got Talent, because it was on Deal or No Deal.
I was gonna say I was gonna count it more for the Deal or No Deal because that was actually a show that he hosted. Meanwhile, on America's Got Talent, he's one of the judges for that one.
Right. But he has the recent advantage of being in it.
I mean,
so that's why.
I mean, regardless. Anyway. There you go. I was gonna say, regardless, that was still a fantastic round more than anything else.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you guys love it when I set those parameters up?
I think it was necessary. It was going to be too obvious otherwise.
When you said Steve Harvey, I literally did a hubble. What?
I was like, oh fuck.
Can
you put him in here real quick? Put him in here.
Well, because here's the thing, because especially within the past month, Steve Harvey has definitely come up in conversation. If you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Steve Harvey would have blown the competition out of the water.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And just for comparison, the other one, Alex Trebek. I think Steve Harvey still would have gotten the win on that. Yeah, that was definitely Steve Harvey on that one, because I know why Steve Harvey's the most searched one. Let's just say Cat Williams had a thing or two to say.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't hear.
This is the weakest side of me. I don't do anything celebrity at like this level.
Yeah, I also don't particularly care.
But hey, it's
like,
a fun
I couldn't even name half these people like off the top of my head.
Yeah, we did it though. We got it. We made it through.
You both made it through, and that's incredible here. And speaking of both of you making it through, I for the next little bit of discussion I want to talk about, obviously a thing that I've kind of touched upon, but something that I really want to emphasize at this point. You both are fantastic VTubers. I just want to say that first and foremost.
Oh, thank you.
I genuinely think you both do a great way of really representing yourselves and really showcasing a cool space for your community that you guys have developed. What is it about? I'm genuinely curious for both of you. Like, what exactly is it about VTubing that really makes you feel at home in this community? Anyone can talk.
Are we answering at the same time?
I mean, not the same exact time. Whoever wants to go first, they can go first.
I think for me, like, sorry, could you rephrase the question really fast? I'm like,
what is it about VTubing that really makes you feel like comfortable with yourselves? Like, what is it about VTubing that's like the one part? Like, what is it about VTubing that you guys enjoy, like being a part of it?
The part that I love the most is like the anonymity that allows me to put on a mask. That's like I get to be a cute little anime girl and have fun. But also like I get to do the other half of my favorite thing, which is just chat live and talk with people and improv all at the same time. And it's an experience that like it's hard to trade for the world for me. So that's my answer.
That's a sweet answer. What about you, Pinch?
I agree with. I second everything that Iris said. Or I would add. For me, I think that like for better or for worse, VTubing attracts some weirdos, and there's certain like degrees of weirdo that I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
There are some weirdos who I don't, on the basis of they're people and people are multifaceted.
Right.
But like, I feel like you are more likely to find people who are kind of like internet fluent, I suppose, and like reasonable, kind, caring people through an admittedly much more niche subgenre of streaming that VTubing is. You know what I mean? So there's definitely like a discoverability aspect of that. And while you're met with scorn by some people who don't do anything and provide no value to anyone's life, they'll get on your case. You do find quite a few sweet people on the basis that like it takes a degree of taste. It takes a degree of knowing your way around Twitch to find niche communities like ours, and I appreciate that.
I mean, it certainly is an interesting community at the end of the day, especially all the people that we've got to know throughout this incredible VTubing community, which I think will hopefully lend a hand for both of you when it comes to this next round. Obviously, being in the VTuber community, you can't help but notice certain VTubers, especially some of the ones that you may not recognize beforehand, or some of the ones that whenever you hear VTubing, that's the name that you think of. So for this next round, I'm sorry, we're gonna go with the pseudo celebrity round again in this one, but
Oh no!
I need you both to name me what you think is the most searched VTuber on Google, with one parameter this time. That's
no Iron Mouse.
No Iron Mouse. No Iron Mouse. Love Iron Mouse, but that's the easy answer. I'm not gonna let y'all get away with that one.
Okay.
And obviously, considering the fact that Loot had a fantastic 39 this past round, congratulations, Loot. Iris, you get to go first. So, what do you think is the most searched VTuber on Google?
In the last like 30 days, that could be anybody.
That could be anybody. We're really reaching into the niche at this point.
Mori Calliope.
Can you spell that for me? Because I have no idea how to spell that.
Mori.
Okay.
Oh no, now I forgot how to spell it.
Space.
I know how to spell it. Dalli.
Sorry, say that again.
Mori space.
Okay.
Calliope.
OPE. There you go, Mori Calliope. YouTuber and rapper. Interesting. We'll go ahead and put that term in there. Okay, well, Jeff Probe still has a lead, so good on that. All right, so with that in mind, Pinch, who do you think is the most searched VTuber?
Excellent question. Unfortunately, the last 30 days don't include the Game Awards. Although that still would have meant Iron Mouse because she won.
Yeah.
Like Creator of the Year or whatever. What the fuck am I gonna say for this? I think that Loot here is on the right track, going with a Hololive member.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, do I think that a Hololive JP member is going to be more popular in search terms than a Hololive English member? Especially one who is as notorious for multiple reasons as Mori Calliope. Because
I want to
in
say...
some ways, I think I'm kind of cooked in this question. Can I be honest with you?
I at least want to give you a little bit of help, a little helping hand with this one. Keep in mind, this is in the past 30 days in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking rhetorically, largely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that definitely has got to factor into it. Because here's the thing, right?
Right.
I've said it, I've talked about it before. I think actually on the podcast episode that I was on, I said that I was once a Hololive fan before I was a VTuber in a much more involved sense.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do know about Hololive fans is that it's only a matter of time until they get into the JP VTubers. It's just the truth of the matter. It's just the situation. So I don't know if there's one who's as well known. I would say Gouda, but she hasn't streamed in like months. So like it's kind of hard to make the case that she's been searched more than Mori. But I mean, because Mori also did like the Metal Gear Solid thing a while ago, and that might still be making waves. Like, fuck, I think Mori is the best option, flat out.
Then at the very least, who do you?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Yep.
I think Gaogura is
Gaogura.
is it
Can you spell that for me real quick?
GAWR
GAWR
space GURA.
Oh, wait, there's Gaogura right there. Let's go ahead and click on it. Let's see if your thought process works, or at the very least, get you a good cushion for the final round. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay.
Oh,
no way.
God.
Wait, what? Yeah. Looks like your little gamble worked out for you, didn't it?
So, wait, hold on. What happened on the 6th with Gouda? What the fuck did she do?
Where was Gura on January 6th?
Did she tweet or something? Because these days she makes waves whenever she tweets.
Okay.
I will say
on the 5th she tweeted a schedule.
Oh, okay.
I do think that out of all of the Hololive EN members, she is the most popular. So it does make sense.
No, absolutely. She's the most popular of, especially of her little generation. But I was kind of thinking on the basis she hasn't streamed in forever. People aren't continually going back to her channel and searching Gaogura to. So that was kind of my thought process there. But
Could you Could you put in one? Well, actually, no, never mind. Tell your points, so that I'll put in.
Well, I was gonna say at the very least, I was gonna say, hey, your little gamble, the one that you weren't sure about, got you a good 100 points for that.
It did.
Meanwhile, Loot, you got a solid 48 points. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's it's solid.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I didn't expect that at all.
What did you want me to search up now?
So there was drama recently, and the only reason why I didn't say it is because it was Japanese drama, and I wasn't entirely sure if it would make waves. Could you look up Rusia?
How do you spell
RUS?
Oh. RUS?
HIA.
HIA? That one? Like that?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, Uruha Rusia, I think.
Oh
Let's
wow!
see.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Right there at the tail end. Right.
I should have said it.
just like I
couldn't remember her name.
It's overall for the rest of it, it's it's solid. There's a few peaks right here that just bang.
Damn.
Yeah, that literally happened the other day, and I couldn't remember her name, and I felt like it would be cheating if I looked it up. So.
I mean, I commend you on staying true to the game and not looking up on Google while we're looking up on Google.
Yeah,
actually making content saved me here. This is crazy.
Right? I mean, even then, regardless, looking at some of these other dates, even before, the January 2nd or whatnot, that alone would have been a good spike for you.
Those are quite high.
Yeah. But regardless, hey, a good round regardless, and it's good to see that Pinch is taking a really good lead at this point. Makes the final round a little interesting.
Oh,
we'll certainly get to that. But before we get to that, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you both here today is, like I said, today's episode is the Valentine's Day episode. So I wanted to bring a fantastic couple on board to talk about, to have some fun together. Competitive fun, you know. Like I said at the beginning, going at each other's throats, but fun regardless. It makes me curious. How did you two get to meet each other?
Oh, what's really funny?
Mm-hmm.
That's really funny.
What's funny?
So way back when, it was April of 22.
Okay.
And I was starting to figure out how I wanted to do OST because I had the idea with another VTuber, Jetty VT. And we were talking about it, and we kind of put it into production. And I was like, I need another VTuber. And, there was this other person who I had very tangential connections to, who I also saw was pretty big in the community, comparatively at least. and it was Iris.
Okay.
And this is way, way back when. This even predates like the VTuber supporter era.
Mhm.
Uh, not to bring up, bad memory.
I love
But
that it's like an age of the planet, like
yeah,
Paleozoic era.
yeah. But so the first time that we ever actually spoke to one another was on the first episode of Original Soundtracking,
Okay.
if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. Of course, there was the correspondence to set it up and everything, right? But
Yeah.
but I think like at the first time that we actually like were in a voice call simultaneously was that.
Well, that's sweet. It's nice to know that, like, you know, them helping you out really kind of worked out for both of y'all in the end. I'm curious now, who made the move? Who was officially like, all right, let's make this a thing?
That was me. I did it.
Ooh. Elaborate. How did that go down?
Uh, I
Yeah.
I always get so embarrassed thinking about it. But
So
last year, actually, we were playing on a stream together, and we had feelings for each other for a while.
Okay.
We were playing Gary's mod, and the whole time we were awkwardly like, "Hi Pinch, hey, what's going on? Oh, hi Iris, what's going on?" And then after the stream, I was like, all right, I just gotta get it over with. Like it's boiling me down. So I said, hey, I like you. And Pinch responded with like. It was
like a
a very
fucking
high school interaction. And yeah, that's
brushes my
basically what
hair.
started it off.
Meme. Like.
That,
Fucking Christ. For the record, I was going to make that move if it were like a day later.
okay. We're a daily thing.
If Iris said not that evening, I would have like the next day.
Okay. 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 So it was just a matter of time at this
It was
point.
a matter of time. It was a matter of time,
Well,
certainly.
And
sorry, go ahead.
ironically enough, during that Gary's Mod collab, Pinch had a Mori
I
Calliope model.
I was using a model of Mori Calliope in Gmod. Man, it all comes
I
back
must have
together.
love. I must have love on the brain if I answered with a Mori Calliope for this question.
That I gotta say, that is one of the most adorable ways I've ever heard about, like, two amazing people coming together like that. It's just, like I said, just like the high school aspect of it is just like so hilarious. Like the high school lover, "Gee, I like you, yeah, I like you too."
Yeah.
I mean, for comparison, whenever my girlfriend was the one that asked me out first. It was just like I want to say it was like a day or two after she had came out to me as trans. Or maybe it was like within like a week after she came out to me as trans. I told her like immediately afterwards, like, that's cool. I mean, I'm pansexual as well, so it's like, that's awesome to hear that. We work in a warehouse, forklift operator, forklift certified people. Sorry, I'm taken.
Oh,
But like we're doing, we're working on like the lanes next to each other, and she had stopped for a second, and she's like, hey Nate, come here. And I walk over to her, and she's just like, nah, never mind. Like she was hesitant for a second, but she's like, nah, never mind. I'm like, no, you can ask it. Go ahead, ask it. You want to go on a date? Sure. Like I said yes without even a single thought in my mind. I just absentmindedly was like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Did you like immediately
so
recoil?
cute.
Like, wait a minute, wait, whoa.
No, I had that moment after we had talked, and then when I surprised, I'm like, wait, did I just say I did say okay?
Just
Yeah, let's do
yes,
it. Yeah, she asked me, what the fuck?
That is
That's
so
good.
cute.
It
That's
is
good.
cute. And it's cute that you two really came together like this. I imagine being together for this long, whether just as friends or now as a amazing couple, you guys tend to know a lot about each other, which leads to my final question for the evening. Now, I want you guys to really think deeply when it comes to this one. When it comes to Google search terms, what is the one thing that your opponent loves, absolutely loves? Like, it can't be your own like or whatnot, or I mean, if it's a similar like, then that's fine. But like, what, like, you absolutely know that your opponent absolutely loves this. what do you think is the most searched thing on Google? So with that one, Loot, what do you think is the most searched thing on Google that Pinch loves?
You're gonna have to give me a moment.
This is so tough.
I'm testing your love today.
Here's the thing: is that Iris knows I like a lot of popular things. Like I'm a liker. I'm a liker of things unless they give me a reason not to. And Iris is a not liker of things. A contrarian.
See, you have to truly know what the other person loves for this question, huh?
Okay.
Oh man.
So I had an answer, but I can't give it because it's both deeply personal and also probably not appropriate for the show.
Fair enough, understandable, especially when it comes to Google search terms.
Yes, I'm gonna go with the second most loved thing, and I'm just gonna blanket say Castlevania.
Castlevania, okay. Castlevania. Let's just do that little search term right there. Oh, okay. So
Beats out more searched. Blows her out of the water. Damn.
I wasn't expecting that, actually.
I wasn't either.
I mean, to be fair, this is also compared to a VTuber as well. I mean, a lot more people are interested in a general topic like, a video game or a TV series like that than a singular streamer.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
True.
So, Pinch, now it's your turn. What do you think? What do you think is the most searched thing on Google that Iris loves?
Well, Iris, I know, and she can tell you that she doesn't quite as much, but Iris loves Call of Duty.
Oh my God.
Iris loves Call of Duty.
Is that true, Iris? Is that true, Iris? Be honest now.
I mean, I love it, but I wouldn't say it's top thing that I love of all time.
Obviously, it's not the top thing, but we're looking for what the top thing that Google is searching.
Listen, if I wanted to lose, I'd say Advanced Wars. All right,
you make a fair point.
Well, let's see what happens when Call of Duty goes up against
It's
Castlevania.
Over. It's over.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's that. Oh wow, okay, that hits the 100 right there. So there we go. Call of Duty definitely gets the win on this one.
Hey, I appreciate. See, Iris, I was scared because I was like, "Oh fuck, she's gonna say Pokemon."
Oh
no,
just out of curiosity, I just want to see.
Throw Pokemon and Sonic in there because those are two really.
Okay, yeah, Pokemon would have blown Call of Duty out of the water. See, I'm not gonna lie. If I was gonna answer for Pinch, my pick would have been Sonic.
No, the best answer here is actually Pokemon right now.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah,
because of the whole Pal World controversy with it.
Oh,
yeah, that would have been a gold mine right there.
Yeah, if you could have killed me. You could have fucking brought me.
I answered so honestly. I should have thought about it longer.
At least you had a good, genuine, realizing a true, genuine interest. That
you had me pegged. You had me correct.
Pinch loves Castlevania. That's certainly what they love the most. Oh wait, this is a competition.
Could also said Bloodborne. Fucking love Bloodborne.
I don't know if that
probably
wouldn't highly searched, but
can you throw that in? I want to see if that's higher than Castlevania.
I'm sorry, what's the term again?
Bloodborne with an E at the end.
Of course. Bloodborne with an E at the end. Let's see how that turns out. Oh yeah, no.
Higher than Castlevania. Yeah, that's crazy. That's one game versus the entire Castlevania.
Yeah,
series.
It's a Castlevania series plus the Castlevania TV show as well.
That is both of them. So sad. Oh my god.
It's okay, Pitch. It's okay, Pitch. Because if it
Here's
makes
the
you
thing,
feel...
I love Bloodborne. I win either way.
Because if it at least makes you feel better, Pitch, while you may have lost when it comes to how your fandom pans out, you did win the game, though.
Let's go, baby.
With a final score, because I'm not going to do the bonus thing again, because that was fun last time. But with a final score we have LootVT with 225 points. Pinch Raccoon, 405 points. Congratulations, Pinch Raccoon.
Thank
You
you.
are the winner of Google Trendy.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy and my significant amount of time hosting a game show where people try to figure out how to power game my show
Sorry,
all the time.
I can't hear you from down here.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you from up here. Insignificant speck. How dare you speak to me with that measly 200 some odd points.
I was going to say, my, how the tables have turned for Loot.
That was foreshadowed for the very first question.
However,
It's a fun game, though.
good. I was going to say, however, I think at the end of the day, I think you both are winners because love wins at the end of the day.
True.
This is
That's
true.
what I'm saying.
I mean, obviously, Pinch is the official winner, but I think love wins is like the official. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, I see how it is.
But regardless, thank you both for taking the time to do this fantastic game. I think I can agree we have fun time with this. I mean, you both had fun, right? Please.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
oh yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Good. I'm thankful that you both enjoyed it. And I'm definitely planning to do some more. So I'm glad you guys were next one up to bat. Why don't you guys go ahead and plug yourselves? How about the winner first? Pinch, would you where can people find your fantastic content?
You can find me most prominently. You can find me at twitch.tv/Pinch Raccoon. You can also find all my links from there as well. Yeah, that's where you're gonna see me most.
Well, there you go. And, Loot, Iris, however you want to be addressed, where can the people find your fantastic content?
You can find me on Twitch at LootVT, and that goes the same for pretty much all my platforms at the moment. I'm still a little bit of a lot of work, so just go to the Twitch. The Twitch is the most important part.
Well, there you go. That's a good way of working. That's a good way of leading people to the right place. If nothing else, if you guys are curious when it comes to links and stuff, like I said, in the description will be the links to these wonderful people, their fantastic interviews for the podcast. If you've not checked it already, please do. They were fantastic conversations that I know you all are going to absolutely love. With that, I think that is all for this episode of Google Trendy. With that, I'm going to say to everyone at home, good night and keep searching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.